U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And taken down just past the 20, around the 21-yard line.
Project, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. At the 19-yard line.
Get out of my way, get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. 19 Tiger. Here we go. Go.
Here's McCarthy. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. To the air with McCarthy. Over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Vikings sit 8-4 now in the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
60 Bison.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff to Chandler. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sent down to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Panthers 18, tied in. Let's go.
Play action, now it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10.
Dragon 6, ready. Go.
To the air goes Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Washington first down.
Off the play fake, Daniels steps away. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
Hurt. 18 Rodway, 7 Pirates, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Top 19, Buffalo 18.
Daniels looking to throw. And it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Nike, ready. Nike.
Throwing now is Daniels. Rifles well, that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they can score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
You just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now Chandler. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 72 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, McCarthy on the move to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Washington.
Dragons, 60, Vikings, Warriors, 17, 19, Lions.
Here's Daniels. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down, Commanders.
70 ready. Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down and 4.
19 tight. 19 tight. Rig alert. Rig alert. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now Daniels. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got it. It's Samuel. And they'll get this down to the 10. First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready. 70 Lions.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion.
18, Pioneer.
They'll run here with Edwards. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Okay, break.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos, 19 Lions. 65 catch. 67 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something that was built on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Chandler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 21-yard line.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They run it with Chandler. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Come on. 18 Cardinal.
They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. And he stopped immediately there. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he will have the Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Another catch for him there in this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
19 tight. Go.
Throwing is McCarthy. Finds his man. There's Jerry Madison. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now McCarthy. He finds his man complete. It's Chandler. They give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they used to tell them, get that one out of the rotation, get the offense moving again.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
70
On 3rd down, Chandler. Able to fight through one tackle. And he can't quite get it there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another.
And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Chandler is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Makes the score.
After right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
14-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Escaping the pressure right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
13 yards. First down, Washington.
Go street. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Ready? Buffalo 18. Let's go.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
The kick is
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught at the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Vikings 17, Commanders 10. Will Riker the kickoff for the Vikings.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. He spins free. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things played well for a possible comeback, because I thought one of the best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
19 tight.
On second down, they'll run it here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
The more football I watch, the more I'm going to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-round. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they run it well here to start the second half.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A swing pass here to Edwards. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
60 broadcast. 50. Buffalo 18. 18. Pioneer. Warrior 70.
Daniels going to throw for it. Buying time to his left. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And McClure in the motion man right. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. They're only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
As a a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ready, go.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They go play action. Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
19 tight. Check. 18 Cardinal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now they'll change things up.
19 Lions. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
19 Tiger. Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. That's caught by center. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. McCarthy off the play fake. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Up the middle they go. It's Chandler. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he has the front line. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and can get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Javon Hargrave collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
60 Maverick.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Samuel going to go in motion right. To the air goes Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jonathan Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Buffalo 18, Mustang 19. 70 Ranger, Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Gain of 26
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's McCarthy. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
That's good. For a Vikings first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chandler. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Quick throw there is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Chandler with touchdown number 20 of the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point here to Darren Hill. And the lead is up to 18 men. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Washington.
Daniels looking to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Street. Drag him 60. Shot 60. Shot 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Flush to his right. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. A good pickup there at 22. And now they'll want to do something else.
18, right here. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
To throw is Daniels. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Warriors, ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Here's Daniels. Well, that'll be incomplete. And he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
70 Lions, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now Daniels. Flushed out right. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
It's a
good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every